Try that. All right, can you hear me? I don't know what happened there. Don't know why it went black for a minute, but we're. All right, I'm seeing me on the YouTube back end, so hopefully we're there. Okay. Don't know what happened there. That was weird. So, all right, cool. I guess we're back. So that was not a great start. So, yeah, I don't know why that happened. That was super, super weird. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and um, jump into it then. So, all right, let's see what we got here real quick. We've got Benjamin Peters was first. We got Davo, C. Catahulis, Zen Ginger, Lake Missoula, welcome. Eric, welcome. All right, so I think we got everyone that's chatted anyway. So thank you for joining. Hope you guys had a great holiday season. I know I did. It was nice to be away for a little bit. Got a lot of things done in the barn, which was nice. We'll document some of that when we go outside tonight. There's actually a lot to do outside. The barn. I actually got a package today from the co-op, and it actually came very late. Kind of one of the reasons I was kind of late, a couple minutes late, is I had to kind of get that at least out to the barn. So we'll unbox that live. Yeah, we'll go through the goals and do some other like housekeeping. Show you what I did on my vacation, things like that. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. I think first of all, if any of you have seen the shorts that I put out, I'm doing a daily short series called Roll for Fish Food. I'll demo that also when we're outside. So yeah, I'll show you the Roll for Fish Food series. It's been a lot of fun to do. There's some interesting food items on there. So if you guys haven't checked that out, I would recommend that you do so. I think it's kind of fun. So all right, so Zen with the member milestone chat said, I made a year, woohoo. Am I a gold or sunset platy? I think when I put it in, what I made that with, I think I put in orange. So I think you're orange. But you can be gold if you'd like. So, so yeah, so that's cool. So thank you, Zen, for being a member for a year. I do appreciate that. With that being said, I do appreciate Corey, the last time we streamed, going ahead and giving out all the memberships. Definitely appreciate that. Didn't have to do that. So if you are a new member, check out the G'day video. I put it in a member post as well, so if you can find it there, you can dig through the videos as well. It'll be out there. So without further ado, I guess one thing I did do today is I did book my ticket to the ALA convention. So yeah, Zen, I do need to do that. I've started doing that, like a little secret. I've been batch filming those. So I've actually rolled and edited up through episode 19. I've got filmed and just need to edit up through episode 22. So I will do that. I need to go back through and put the old ones into the playlist. I've started doing that. So so yeah, I will do that for sure. I've been kind of working through a lot of bugs with that in terms of filming it, in terms of doing all that stuff. Hey Scott, welcome. I I guess I do want to say one thing is when I booked for the ALA, one thing I didn't like, and it was kind of, I guess kind of, oh God, I'm losing my words today. Kind of, piggybacking on the comments from last week. I had to actually call the hotel to book my room for the ALA, and I was not a really big fan of that. I mean, it's 2026. I think we can do that via the internet now. So I had to call down to Kentucky and book my room, and was not a fan of that either. But I am looking forward to the convention. I know I said some things in the last stream, in terms of the swap and stuff like that. So But anyways, let's go ahead here and we'll dive into the fish game and the goals and everything. Chelsea is still here. She goes back on Sunday. So it's good to it's been good to have her home, but I think she's kind of ready to get back. So let's go ahead and we'll flip our screens around real quick and we'll do the goals and everything. Oh, I needed to change the description. We're not doing a giveaway. So, all right. Let's go ahead here and flip up the goals and go right here. All right, so welcome Fish Fam link. I think that's just the link or whatever. So, all right, so goals for this year. Go to a couple of different auctions and swaps. So I really want to go to some different places this year. There's a couple of different places I want to go to. I've kind of got them listed there. They're not in any particular order. I really do want to get out to the Quad Cities. That's one that I've been really kind of wanting to see. Definitely, I'll probably go to the GCCA again, especially if the live bear meetings are afterwards. That's a good one. One thing that you're going to start seeing on the channel, this is kind of a YouTube one, is fixing my 10 worst tanks in the barn. I've been doing like a monthly video series. I've done the first 2 tanks already, and I'll show you the end results of those. And then the one video will come out towards the end of January, and then the other one's going to come out towards the end of February. So I've been kind of working to fix kind of the 10 worst tanks in the barn as we've, there's some tanks that were looking pretty bad, and there's a few more that I've really got to focus on. But that's been a fun series to do. I did that over the break, filmed those, redid those tanks. And then another thing I really want to do too, going back to the Eiseneye, is I really want to start getting those out to some conservation-minded fish keepers. There's a few folks I have in mind, some in the community, some not, where I kind of want to start getting at least some of those fish out to some other folks. So I did talk to Michael Koch, who's the head of the Good Aid Working Group. I brought a group to Chicago. The person never reached out to me. I was kind of disappointed in that. But I do have some conservation-minded people that I want to get that out to. So welcome, Pepland. Yeah, I got to figure out the dates and if I can make it work, but Quad Cities is on the list. So, and this was something, the next one is something that Corey talked about, is the spending an hour of, he did this a couple years ago. I am not able to talk today. That's what happens when you go on break. So basically spending an hour in the fish room doing some sort of fish project, something small, like, okay, clean the glass on a tank, do like one thing to like make, the fish barn better. I did that for a while, like in 2024, kind of got away from it, and the barn is kind of not better for it. So I need to kind of spend that, it probably won't be an hour a day, but it'll be spend at least, do something of value, right? Like, hey, I clean the glass on a tank, so accomplish a thing. And then complete the 2025 duckweed goal. I've got most of it out. There are some places that I need to work on a little bit, especially now that I'm filming a bunch of the tanks kind of on a regular basis with the Roll for Fish Food series. I kind of do need to keep the tanks in a little bit better shape. So that'll be something I'm working on too. So we do have a lot to go through, so I'm going to jump into the fish game now. I know it's a little bit early. So let me flip over here. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll play the fish game. And then I think we're going to do the rest of it out in the barn. Just because there's a lot to go through. Like, so I got to show you the projects. I've got to unbox what I've got from the co-op and things like that. So we've got the Are They Basic? This is basically a non-fish keeper's view on the fish we keep. I don't see any new people in the chat, but if you're new, this is kind of how it goes. I'm going to show you a picture of the fish, and then guess in the chat between 1 to 10. 1 if they're basic, 10 if you think that she thinks they're very cool. It's her opinion, not yours. and then after a couple of moments, I'll show you the fish and see what you answer. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I picked some ones today again from the Keystone Clash. I think I'm about done with that. I think I might be able to get like one more group of 5 out of that one, and then I'll have to find some other pictures. So I saw Ed was in here. Welcome. I saw Renee DeQueer came in a little bit earlier, and welcome, Beto. Appreciate it. So, all right, let's go ahead here, and we'll flip the screen to the Xiphophorus Staphydium. These were taken from videos, so they're not the greatest picture quality. So I have these in the fish barn. I don't talk about them a lot. They're kind of reclusive and kind of I don't know. They're kind of weird. So hello, Foxy. Welcome. So we've got Beto's got 6. Dave's got 1. Catahulis has got 4. Renee DeQueer's got 10. So Alishan, welcome. He's got 2. Scott's got a 5. Foxy's got 4. Yeah, I apologize. I'm a little tired tonight, so yeah, it's been a little rough going back to the office. This is day 2, so I don't know, for those of you that kind of have that break, I mean, I think that's kind of like the worst. That's kind of like the first day back after the break, kind of the worst day of the year. So I'm still trying to get back into the swing of things here. So I got Benjamin Peters has got 5. Foxy's got 4. While we're doing that, let me gift some memberships out to you. I want to do that real quick. So we'll go ahead and send some memberships out. Steven has 5. Welcome, buddy. How's it going? So gave some other folks some memberships. So yeah, Scott, you're lucky. You're retired. So yeah, I don't miss like I think that Sunday night before you have to go back is like the worst ever. It's like just not pleasant. So it's like, God, I gotta go do this again. Like, so yeah. So all right. So we'll go ahead and give it a couple minutes here. I'll let everyone so Eric took off the Christmas to the 5th, and a big oof as no one covered my ear, so now he's been playing catch up. Okay, yeah, depends on your job, right? Like for me, like I don't, if you listen to Corey talk, I think it's on the Deep in the Mom. He might talk about this a little bit, but he talks about how he tries to get stuff done during the Christmas holiday, and like they're like, don't talk to me till like mid-January. That's kind of like how my office works. Generally, this year was a little different because they decided to launch vehicles like the holiday, right after the holiday. But it generally kind of winds down like the first. It ramps up a little because people are trying to get every last dollar in, et cetera, and then it dies, right before Christmas, and then like whatever January 2nd, 5th, whatever day that is, people, it kind of slowly creeps back to normal. So we're in that creeping back to normal stage. So Alishan used to take 3 weeks off in December through the new year. Hated going back. Yeah, it's a tough go. Like I had 2. So hello, Garage Gills. Have fun building your stand. Oh, so welcome, Peplin. Thank you for becoming a member. I do appreciate it. So, appreciate that for sure. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll flip the Xiphophorus Ophidium and see what Chelsea ranked it. If I can click on buttons correctly, we might do that. So she ranked that one a 4. So not a huge fan of the Xiphophorus Ophidium, which I kind of expected. I kind of gave her some tonight that were not the prettiest things. So, all right, so let's go ahead here and we'll flip the next one. So we'll see if she redeems herself with rainbow fish. So this is the Melanitania species Cali Moisey. I think it's a pretty cool looking fish, actually. I like that one. It didn't grab me at the show, but kind of looking at it now, I'm like, hey, that's kind of cool looking. So, one of the things I did do, and I'll show you that when we go into the barn, is I did move the rainbow fish into some better tanks that I had. So we've got Zen Ginger. He's got 5. Scott's got 8. Alishon and Davo have 7. Catahulis has 5. Stephen P has 6. Beto's got 5. Garage Gills has 7. Zen says it's not completely fugly. No, it's a nice looking fish. I like that one. So thank you, Foxy. It says we're 12 likes short. Hit that like button before Zen hits you. So appreciate that. So Foxy's got a 6. I'm probably 2 of those because I've got the computer open in 2 separate areas. I've got, so I'm probably 2 of them. I've not liked my own video yet, so I'll do that later. So Renee DeQueer has 6. So Peplin's asking and seeing if Zen wants rainbows. I'm kind of a low key fan of rainbow fish. I'm not a hardcore rainbow nerd like I am with the Gideids and stuff, but I'm kind of a low key fan of rainbow fish. So yeah, I'm low key down. I mean, I've not bred any of them other than by accident. I think I bred 1. I had some from Jimmy. They were the Goiter Rivers, and I bred 1 or 2 by accident. And then a big tank one time there was babies in there. So yeah, the small ones are cool too. I like those too. So Peplin says we were forced into rainbows by gunpoint. Yeah, didn't Kelly send you some? I'm trying to remember. But yeah, I'm a low key rainbow fan. I think Bob Steenfog got me into those. So yeah, so the Melanitanias get kind of big and boisterous, but the Chilotharenas and the Rads are a little bit different. So let's see what she did with the Cali Moisey. Yeah, not a fan. 3. I don't think anyone had 3. Yeah, I don't think anyone got 3. So yeah, I like the Suna McGills too. Those are kind of cool. I like the Luminatus a lot. Yeah, Steven, I figured that was coming. Yeah, she is not down with the rainbow fish. So anyways, let's go ahead and flip the next one. This is a Xiphophorus Montezume. So So Pepplin's going to send Zen a mystery box of rainbows. So he's kind of Beto's saying he's liking the West African stand shifting types more and more lately. So Catahoula says if there's no pot of gold, then what's the point of a rainbow? I think if you breed enough of them, you could get some gold, depending on which ones. So hey Mike, hey M&C, welcome. Let me see what people have got here. We've got Beto's got a 7, Steven's got 8, Davo and MC have 5, Garage Gills has 8 along with Zenny. Alishon's got 7, Catahoulis has got 6, Renee DeQueer's got 8, hey Chevy has got 7, Benjamin Peters has 6, and Foxy has 7. So Zen's going to put the rainbows in a dark room so that she doesn't have to look at them. Yeah, I've got some of those up in the barn, Mike. I've got those. Those are hanging out up in the barn, doing their thing. So I found one of them. One of them jumped out into the tank below it. I had to go fish it out, which was kind of a pain. But I think that's out. I think you weren't here earlier for the goals, but I think that's going to end up being one of the tanks that I redo for the the video series of redoing my worst tanks. So yep, let's go ahead and check out the Montezuma here. We got a 5 out of 10. So it's been a little bit of a hater so far. So I got 7, 6, 7, 8, 6, 8, 7. Up, M&C got it. So did Davo. So okay, cool. So a couple people got that one. All right, goldfish. Speaking of goldfish, I've been kind of digging on my new goldfish lately, a lot. Speaking of fish that are like low key, that I'm low key enjoying, the goldfish are another one. So, yeah, she's been kind of rough tonight. So Zen's got 9, Benjamin's got 8, M&C's got 7, Renee's got 4, Davo's got 7, Stephen P's got 7, Alishon has 4, Chevy's got 7. Cat House has 6. No, she still has Steven. She still has winter break to go. She's still got a few more days. So she got a whole month off. So she's been good. She doesn't go back till this Sunday. So she's I don't think she has the Sunday scaries yet. So she could almost do another set of pictures before she goes back to school if I get my my act together. But yeah, we'll be taking her up to back up to Michigan State on Sunday. So I think she's kind of looking forward to getting back into the swing of classes. She did good though. Trying to remember the last time I talked to you, but she did make the dean's list. So she did really good in her first semester. So she's killing it. So good stuff. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and we'll flip it here. So she gave that one a 5. So yeah, she's been kind of hating. So let's see who got that one. So up. So Looks like Beto got that maybe. So, all right. Let's give me 1 second. We'll flip the next one. All right. I didn't see Jody in here tonight, but this is a loach of some sort, I think. So Alishon did college winter break was 5 weeks. I did a winter session once. Was sick the whole time. Yeah, she was kind of sick for most of the first term a little bit. I mean, not sick, but kind of like got the cough and the whatever. But she's doing better now. So I think she kind of acclimated or whatever. So all right. So yeah, Chevy's got 4. Benjamin Peters has 4. Davo has 4. Cat House and Foxy have 3. Steven has 4. Beto's got 5. So Zed wants to fire Chelsea. If you fire Chelsea, you get the attitude though. You get the one with the. You get the other child. I'm giving you the. Not that Katie's not mean. Katie's very nice and well adjusted. But Katie. Katie's a little more. There's a little bit of more of a mean streak with her, which is good actually. I kind of like that. So MNC's tomorrow is going to be streaming with Sean Packett from Peck Tech. So check that out if you want to. I've actually been to his house. I went when they had the event down in Knoxville. I actually got to visit his house, and I think there's a video of his channel, of his house, of his tanks actually. If you look at the video, or at least like parts of it, trying to remember if I did an actual video of his tanks or if it was just the show, and I included them in it. It's been too long, but yeah, I actually went to his house. It was kind of cool to check out all of his tanks and everything. Very different than my typical fish room. So it's very different in terms of like he has tanks in different parts of the house and things like that. So it's a different vibe, but they're way better aquascape than mine are too. So all right, let's go ahead and flip this over again. So she gave this a 3. So it looks like M&C got it. And then we got Alishon with a 5. Renee's got a 10. Zed and Steven have 4. Beto's got 5. Let me see who else got 3. It's Catahulis and Foxy. Yeah, and I saw that the breeders discussion was coming again too. So cool. All right, so let me go ahead and flip the screens around again, and we'll go ahead and get the barn cam going here. So let me do this. I'll put you on here first. Yeah, so we got that. I'm going to do a quick audio video check for you guys real quick before I go out there. So let me know if you hear this once I flip it over to the barn cam real quick. You should hear like at least some sort of sound. So I'm going to flip. All right, good. It's good to see. So I checked it myself too. I flipped this out on my TV real quick. So let me go ahead. I'll flip the barn cam over, and we will go out and unbox some co-op stuff and do the look at my my Christmas accomplishments, and we'll play a roll for fish food game while we're out there. So see you guys in a couple minutes. All right, let's go ahead and we'll do the unboxing here. All right, so we got the co-op box here. So just open this up real quick. So if you watch some of my videos, if you do order from the co-op, there is a link, like a shopping link. I would not be upset if you click that. No pressure, of course, but so got that. All right, so we got some brine shrimp cubes. This is kind of for the roll for fish food. This isn't my main food order. I ordered it early this month. So normally this time the food order would come. But I already ordered it like mid-December. I got the extreme big fella pellets, which kind of go for the fish that are in the back there, for the cichlids. And then we will ditch the box. And then check for a sticker too. Oh, this is kind of funny. Got the rainbow fish sticker. All right, so the plants. Show you what I got here. We've got a micro sword. Got another micro sword. Got a crypt lutea. I don't remember what I ordered. Another crypt lutea. The rest of these are going to be crypt lutea probably. And crypt lutea. And crypt lutea. So we'll put these back in the container. We'll take those upstairs and we'll put them in a tank. In the tank they're going to go in a minute. But they all look pretty good. Pretty usual for the co-op. So let me, since we've got this on the tripod and kind of set up for the roll for fish food, let's go ahead and we'll play that real quick. The one thing I will say is if we do, if we get the green beans, I'm not going to do those. We'll re-roll that because I don't have the means, to do that at the moment. Just because of the, I got to go back in the house to do all that. So, all right, let's go ahead and we'll maybe do a couple. So, let me get the sheets. All right. So, for any of you who have not seen this yet, there's a short series that normally comes out at midnight. I messed up today and I left it at 6. Where did I put my roller? I left it at 6 a.m., but they come out at midnight. So for the first one here, what we normally do is we'll roll for which tank we're going to do. So we'll roll a D6, and that gives us a 6. So that's a pick other. I think we'll just feed the Alfaro Clatratus. That's an easy one to do. That's the knife live bears. So unfortunately for that one, there's not another roll, which kind of sucks. But we'll do the food, and it'll probably be a food that's upstairs. So we roll a D20 for that one. And then that's 18. That's the freeze-dried brine shrimp. So that actually has been coming up like a lot. A little bit of a preview. Like that comes up like more than like I care to admit. So let me drag the tripod over to that tank. Or let me get it off and we'll just take it over there. That's not a combination we've had yet. But, before we do that, let me do this. I'm going to take you through the rest of the sheets. Since I think that will be a good idea. So every time it starts out with the tank type. And then, like, depending on which type it is, right? So if we do, like, the cichlid roll, the cichlids, it's either odd or even. There's only one Lake Malawi tank, so it's the tank that's right behind us here. And then I'll pick a Lake Tanganyika if it's odd. I think the next one is 2 is Gadaeids. So, the Gadaeid roll is kind of cool that I actually can roll a D20 for that, for the various varieties of Gadaeids. So that's pretty cool. We can do, we can roll a D20 for any of the Gadaeids. The goldfish, the neck number 3 is, 3's not gold, 4 is. 3 is Guppy Molly Limia. So that one is a D12. And you roll, depending on which number it is, you get that particular fish. And then 5 is swordtails and platies. This one I want to redo because, like, I literally have like 1 or 2, maybe 3 platy species left in the barn and a bunch of swords. So, like, when I roll platies, it's like, oh, I gotta like pick like the same fish again almost. So I'm gonna redo that sheet probably for the end of, like, as the kind of an end of the month. And then last but not least was the food roll that you just saw. For the extreme big fella pellets, or sorry, that's the first one, but you can roll a D20 and you can get anything here. Green beans is kind of like the wild card one, but I am going to look for some more foods, like some more canned type foods. Like peas is another one I could probably put on here. So I'll have to figure that one. I'll have to kind of do a little bit of research on that. I know where I want to look, for some information for that. So, all right. So let's go ahead and we'll feed the freeze-dried brine shrimp cubes to the Alfaro Cultratus, and then we'll go from there. And actually, I moved those fish. It's been kind of playing catch up here. It's been kind of interesting too. Because there's been a lot of changes. So, like, I had a whole big list of stuff for me to do. And I got through most of it. So, got our brine shrimp cubes here. I try to stick these on the glass. They don't stay very well usually for me. But let's go ahead and stick that on there. Now, I just fed them like before we went live, so let you guys watch. Kind of floating around there, but let me break it up a little bit. There you go. That's better. You can see them. So I moved these fish into this 40 breeder. They were in the tank, a couple of tanks down. So these guys got moved in there. I think it was just a better tank for them. With that being said, the tank that the Alfaro Cultratus were in is now home to the chocolate balloon mollies. So there's the balloon mollies. So yeah, there's a lot of updates. So another update from this is there's at least one fry in here from these guys. These are the Dusky Millions fish, so I at least have a Dusky Millions fry. Hopefully we'll see a couple more. I might have to pull out females. I mean, those females look pretty big too. So, what else would we do down here? Here's the goldfish. Like I said, I've been kind of digging these guys. They've been kind of fun. This happened. I posted this on the Discord, but for a reason, we had a crypt die off happened last year too. So, a year from now, it'll grow back in some shape, way, or form. So I'm just gonna let it be. I'll let it ride. Over here. So I redid this tank. This was the for the Limia Islay. This was a mess. This had a bunch of like hair algae on the bottom. So I've been, slowly but surely, like I said, been trying to redo the tanks. Got some crypts in the front. The crypt. I don't have my glasses on, unfortunately. I think that's the crypt. I thought I had a label on here. I'm blanking out on it. And then I got some Aponogetons in the back. So I don't have my glasses on to read my little labels I have. So other than that, up here, not much new, really. That was kind of it. Oh, I did move the rainbows. I forgot about that. So both of these rainbow tanks are empty now. I just figured the 20 longs were a little small. So I moved. So I moved the Chilotharina alani. I'm going to get some glare. I apologize. And with the swords in this 55-gallon, I think that would be a good combination. So they've done nicely in here. The crypts have seen no ill effects of me ripping them out and moving them around. So that's good. I think I showed you the Cyberchromas tank. They've been adapting well to the 125. Doing quite well. So it's all good in here. All right. All right, here, the female guppy is right there. So I moved one of the guppies in here. This is a blue-green bicolor guppy. Hoping to get some fry from her. But the rest of these have been cleared out now. So everything's cleared out. Yeah, I think that's it for that. Then we'll head upstairs. This is another tank I need to work on, but these Posilia bozemanii have actually dropped a couple of fry. You can see, hopefully you can see one there. I think there's 3 of these guys left in here. You can see a little fry there. So that was cool. Let me stop here. I'm going to look at your comments real quick. All right. So let me see the questions. All right. All right. So let me read here. All right, cool. So it looks like Beto's been asking about my Alfaros on how they've been doing to the prior batch. They've been doing good. Like the other ones did good, they just didn't breed. So, and he says that the balloon mollies are cool. I just might get some from the GCCA swap. So you're welcome, Chevy, for donating memberships. So, and then Uncle Joe's Fish Head says his guppies struggle every winter here. Okay, yeah, they seem to be doing okay though. They do okay. They just things kind of slow down breeding, which is fine. Just kind of how it works. So, other things real quick. Let's check out the. We'll go over here first. This is the other tank that I redid in the series. This is the Liberty Mollies. This looks a lot better. I'm really happy with this. I'm going to leave the box filter in for a while just to let it, suck up all the mulm and stuff in here. But that tank's a lot better. I am really happy with it. This is the one that will come out in February to see how I transformed it. It was like super, super nasty. So, real quick, let me grab the plants and we'll do that next. I'll put the plants away and I'll show you the rest of what's going on. And then I think we'll play one last rule. We'll play another rule for fish food real quick. I was not really, for like a live stream, that was kind of like the lamest rule ever. So let me find a good spot to put you guys and I'll go back down and get the plants. All right, let's go take care of the plants. So I did replace the light on this tank. This is home to my Chapelites pardalis from Presa di San Juanico. Honestly, all I'm going to do right now is just take these out of the package and put them in the tank. I'm not going to. I'll plant them like tomorrow or this weekend. So I'm just going to leave them in the pot, and we'll deal with those tomorrow. This week's kind of crazy. Actually, next week's kind of crazy too. But this week's kind of crazy because it's like literally it's like the fish club meeting is tomorrow, or is the Thursday, and board meeting is tomorrow, which normally never happens, but just the way the holidays fell, it kind of. So there's the Cryptlutea. Another dwarf hairgrass. If I was smart, I would have set up a tripod, another Cryptlutea. So I'll stick that in there. All right, so another Crypt Lutea, really nice plant. So these are really good. This came in real nice. So this one's huge. So all right, so that's what I did for now. Is I'm just gonna float them in here. Um, the one's actually kind of floating, kind of interesting. Let me see if I can go down a little bit. Yes, that one's gonna float. So, which is all right. So, and then I replaced the light on this tank too. I bought a Phoenix Stingray 2 for this one. Did a product review on it, so you'll see that coming in January. Um, yeah, let's see. Anything else in here really? There's some new fry in here too for the Nezzies. The male's actually out right now, so I don't see the little fry right now, but I did see a couple of small. Oh, there's one right there. There's a little tiny one right there. So hopefully we'll get close to our 6 for BAP points, and that'll be another fish to BAP. So hopefully there's some hiding in the rock. This rock thing has really worked out well for me. This is a good method for breeding up the live bears. So all right, so let me we'll head downstairs. We'll do a roll for fish food on our way out and see who we're going to feed. And I'll check chat one more time before I head downstairs to do that. So. All right, so let's see what we got. So Peplin said if you want to go to the Quad City swaps, you might want to get a table and sell some stuff. Then you get early access to what everyone else is selling. I might do that. I mean, it's going to be mostly plants, maybe a few fish, but and part of it's like, do I want to do the work to drag all this stuff out there or not? So. So Chevy said a guy at his local pet store tried charging $30 for a container of fruit flies. Interesting. And then Chevy said nice plant haul. Yeah, those were nice plants. So I mean, they usually are from the co-op, but those were kind of massive. So MNC Aquatics has asked me if I've ever kept Xiphophorus milleri. I have. They bred really well for me, and I made the mistake of putting them with these Facilia Gili because I was dumb and I wanted to consolidate tank space. And the Gili kind of outcompeted them, so I don't have any anymore. But I would like to get some Xiphophorus milleri again. Though I kind of have to wait and see if I may be getting some fish, some super, super rare fish from someone. But I got to figure, that'll have to be worked out still. I'll let you guys know if that happens. But if I come across some Xiphophorus milleri, I would be 100% down for them. Especially the yellow form, I would really like those again. Those were nice fish. There's another one I want too. There was a sort I had that bred super well too, and then I moved it to a different. Then I put it to a different tank, and it like disappeared like overnight. I was so pissed. It was the what was it? It was the It wasn't the Signum. It was the Xiphophorus. Oh boy, can't remember. It was a super rare one too. And I had a ton. And I had a ton of them. So, all right, let's head downstairs. We'll play a roll for fish food again, and from there we'll go ahead and head inside and do our thing. So. All right, so I'm just going to hold the handheld tripod for this, but we'll do another. We'll do it. Hopefully, it's a better rule. Like I said, some of them are better than others. So, all right, so we'll do the roll for the tank type. This is hard to do one-handed. All right, so it's a 3. So we finally rolled the Guppy Molly Limia. So that. All right, got the Guppy Molly Limia. We roll a D12 for that one, actually. So let's see what we get. Let me re-roll that. That got weird. All right, so we got 5. So we get to feed a Molly. So probably just feed, since we're already down here, we'll feed the balloon mollies. So what are we going to feed the balloon mollies, you ask? Let's see. So this is the D20. We'll roll it. Let me pull out here. Sorry if you can't see that. All right, big fella pellets. Interesting. So I usually keep my big fella pellets in this big jug. So they'll probably just eat them off the bottom. So we're going to put a handful of big fella pellets in there and see how they do. So yeah, I mean, I think one of the things I really want to do this year is keep this big cichlid tank a little cleaner. I changed out some of the filters and stuff in this, but I've been kind of enjoying this tank a lot more too, with all the cichlids in it. So, but let's go ahead and feed the big fella pellets on our way out here. So, I mean, I think these guys will just pick at it. Like, let's go down and pick at them. So, got a few left in my hand, so we'll give them to the goldfish. Let the goldfish have some more. So let's head in. We'll head inside real quick, finish everything up, and we'll be good to go. Oh, you know what? I have one last update. I forgot about one. I know this tank's a little dirty, but these Scyphia multipunctata also dropped fry over the holidays. There's one in the back with all the mulm and stuff. You're not gonna be, or the glass right now. You're not gonna be able to see it, but there's another one in the back there. So there's a few of them hanging out here. So that was a good one too. So all right, head on inside and we'll go from there. Weather's actually been pretty decent. It was above freezing today, which is a plus. So you see my pathway is actually like not snow covered. It's wet though. So I mean, I think tonight it'll freeze up again, but I can actually, hey, there's a cat sighting. I think you won't be able to see him. Well, that's Cleo. Wait. So we'll let you guys. Oh, Archie's here too. You might be able to see Archie. So if you can make out the cat, I know it's super dark, but there's Archie, and I don't think you'll be able to see Cleo. I think it's too dark. So you can see Cleo maybe. We're back here. Zenny asked. All right, so MNC says Hellfire Sword is breeding up again. Nice. Let me see. How many community tanks do I have? Not many. They turn into catch-all tanks, so I think there's 2 specific catch-all tanks. Yeah, the black screen probably happened when I went inside, so. So yeah, but do want to show you something else too. My daughter got me this for Christmas. She got me the Skibidi toilet pop guy. So I meant to show you that earlier, but I don't know. Like, I'm not a big figurine collector person, but yeah. So the Skibidi toilet Riz guy is here. So. So, SC Cathula said, my daughter had fun playing in all the snow. The car needs it. Yep, yeah. I usually don't bathe my car until the spring because I'm crappy about it. I did this year though. Because I have a black van this time. So, hello, new local Austin, welcome. Yeah. So, So that's a typical like normal Michigan thing. So. All right, it's 9:10, so we've gone pretty late. So sorry for being late. Kind of got derailed a little bit. So hope you guys are having a great day. Have a great week. Welcome back to 2026 and all that's kind of to come for that. So have a great day, everyone. Have a good night, and I will see you next Tuesday night. So.